Oh, okay, so this class is being recorded and it will be posted on Google on your WhatsApp. So if anybody misses this class, they can see the entire class. So without wasting any further time, let us start with the topic, that is financial management. Let me share my screen and after that I'll explain. Is the screen visible to you? Tell me. Hello?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it is financial management. Now it means management of finance of a business. So basically, whenever we use the term financial management, it means how to manage the finance of a business. And it is not the same like accountancy. Please be sure that there are various branches like cost accounting, management accounting, and this financial management. So these and normal financial accounting. So basically these branches are entirely different. Whenever we use the term financial management, it means how to use the resources of a company or a business. How to use the resources to an optimum extent so that the return would be optimum. Okay, so this is basically your financial management. Now, objective of financial management. Number one, profit maximization. As you are aware that your question will be MCQ based, so this type of question will come, that what are the objectives of financial management, or what do you mean by financial management. Now profit maximization means to enhance the profit of the company. To enhance the profit of the company. What is profit? We know net profit. We learned this thing in while doing your accounts paper. Net profit means the profit after tax. That is PAT, profit after tax. So basically the motto is to enhance the PAT, that is profit after tax. How to enhance the profit? It can be enhanced in various ways. Do you know the concept top line and bottom line? Please tell me. If you know, say yes, otherwise no.
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Top line means your sales figure. whenever I use the term, just a minute. Whenever I use the term top line, it means sales figure. In practical world, there is a year on year basis comparison. Means this basically in a corporate world, the account book is prepared in four quarter, and in India we prepare the quarter from 1st April to 31st March. In USA and other country it is prepared from January to December. So you can see there is a deviation of what can say financial statement of an Indian entity as well as a foreign entity. So, whenever we are using the term top line, it means the sales figure. We need to compare the sales figure of a particular quarter with the quarter of a previous year to say whether it is increasing or decreasing. If it is increasing, it's a good, it's a healthy sign for the company. And if it is decreasing, what can I say? It is an alarming thing. The company should see why the sale is falling. Okay, then comes bottom line means, please mute yourself. Please, otherwise I have to mute. PAT, that is profit after tax. So, whenever we deduct the corporate tax, basically it is a corporate tax from profit, the resultant figure will be profit after tax. Now, this profit can vary. How to say how the profit will increase? It can be increased in various ways. Either increasing the top line means the sales figure, because if the revenue is more, automatically the PAT will be more. And another alternative way of increasing this bottom line is to reduce the expenses. There may be some cost control technique or some measure. We may resort to standard costing or budgeting so that the cost can be reduced. So in that case, this bottom line, that is profit, can be increased. So the basic objective of financial management, number one, is profit maximization. Up to this, is it okay? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. Next, wealth maximization. Wealth maximization means maximization of shareholder wealth. Means increase in the market price of share. Okay, so basically we need to compare the market price of share. We need to compare the market price of the share, and if there is an enhancement in the value of a share, in the market price of a share, we can say that the objective of wealth maximization has been achieved. Basically, in simple term, in layman term, it means the increase in the market price of share. Got it? So if a question comes, what are the objectives of a financial management? So basically two objectives, profit maximization and wealth maximization. This is number two. So up to this, is it okay? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
basically see, no long question will come, only short question will come. So I won't say solve the practical problem. Basically my thrust will be on to build your concept so that there should not be any misconception regarding any topic. So you should have a sound hold on all the topic. Next comes function of finance manager. Number one function is investment. Now what is investment decision? Investment decision means how to invest in various concern, in various say asset or short long term asset or short term asset. Basically there are two concepts. One is called capital this concern investment in long term assets. Capital budgeting means this concern investment in long term assets. Now just think minutely, don't be in a hurry, try to think from the perspective of a finance manager. You have been hired as a finance manager. Now you have been given a task. Say we are working the company, it may be say task like replacement of a machinery. Say company is working with a machinery and they are thinking that the machinery is not utilized to its optimum extent. So they would consider a proposal whether to buy a new machinery or to continue with the existing machinery. This is called replacement decision. So this is one type of investment decision the finance manager has to take. Similarly comes purchase of any fixed asset. Basically, capital budgeting concerns with long-term investment. Investment in long-term fixed asset. Investment in fixed asset means fixed asset you know that is of long-term nature. So any investment in fixed asset we will use the technique of capital budgeting to see whether the investment is feasible or not. Up to this, is it okay or not? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
So basically, in investment decision, we are concerned with capital budgeting for long-term investment. For long-term investment. Now, had there been any short-term investment, say if there is any short-term investment, then we come across the term working capital management. Now, what is working capital management? So far, I have discussed investment in fixed assets, which are long term in nature. But to run the day-to-day business, we require some fund, and these are called short-term fund. So, in that case, the thing that we will deal with is called working capital management, means how to run the day-to-day operation of the business. It is also an investment, but it is a short-term investment. So this is all about your investment decision. Any doubt, any question regarding the first function, that is investment function?
No, sir.
Number two, next comes financing decision. So here we need to concentrate about the optimum debt equity ratio. What is debt equity ratio? Because the ratio accounting is a separate topic that you will learn in your sixth semester. But debt means long term debt, equity means equity share. Ideal standard will be, as per Institute of Chartered Accountant of India, 1:2. Means for one debt there should be two equity. What is that, or how to explain this thing, that I will explain later on while dealing with ratio accounting in your sixth semester. So basically we are concerned what will be the optimum capital structure. Capital structure means what portion will be, what portion of the finance, what portion will be financed from equity and what portion will be financed from debt. Equity means equity share capital, preference share, and debt means debenture, long-term loan, etc. So basically, the finance manager needs to strike a balance between debt and equity. Now, say if debt is more, it is very risky it is very risky proposition, because for debt you need to pay interest, and if all the money is drained out to pay the interest, then the company won't survive. The higher the debt, it is called financial leverage. The higher the debt portion in a company, the more riskier it is, and there is a high chance that the company will become insolvent. We have seen in various corporate, the management is trying its best to make the company debt free. Mukesh Ambani is trying its best to make its company debt free, because the higher the debt, the higher the risk the company become insolvent. And the next portion is that if equity is more. Now what happens if equity is more? Okay, it is you don't need to pay any interest. It is very fine. But there is a risk that there may be a hostile takeover. There may be a term called As you are aware that if a equity share holders hold more than 51% of equity share, that person has a what can I say, can control the business, has a management right in the corporate. So if the ownership exceeds 51% of equity share, it can be taken over by other entity. You can see there is a feud between what can I say, Amazon and Reliance and Future Group regarding this issue, because Future Group has transferred some share to Amazon and they are saying that they will hold a controlling stake in Future Group. But after that, the Future Group decided that this Future Group company will be controlled by Reliance. So the Amazon Group has moved to the Singapore arbitrator, and the arbitrator has passed a order that Reliance Group cannot take over the business of Future Group. So there is a feud going on, and it is based on this ownership problem, that is equity share problem. So this is all about your financing decision. Up to this, is it okay or not? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Next comes dividend decision. Dividend, equity shareholders gets dividend. So how much to retain in the business? How much to and how much to pay to the equity shareholder? This percentage has to be determined by the board of directors. So how much you will retain in the business, that is your profit, and how much you pay to your equity shareholder as dividend, this portion will be decided by the board of directors. And if the profit is reinvested in the business, the term is called plowing back of profit. Means reinvestment of profit in the business. Mind it, they can ask you the question, what do you mean by plowing back of profit? Plowing back of profit means reinvestment of the profit in the business instead of paying them as dividend to the equity shareholder. Okay. So up to this, is it okay or not? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So far I have covered meaning of financial management, goals of financial management, and function of finance manager. Now, basically today I will discuss with equity share capital. Now, do you know the difference between stock and share? Because in company you can see some people are using the term stock and some people are using the term share. So, just a minute. Stock versus share. So, when to use the term stock and when to use the term share? Please tell me. Any idea? Because see, you are a management student. Unless and until you put forward some new ideas, it won't be easy for you to.
Thought what you have said, sir, due to the network, I couldn't hear, sir. What?
What is the difference between the term stock versus share? Because interchangeably
Sir,
we use the
stock
term.
is
Yes,
sir,
yes,
sir, share is something which you buy some shares of any company, any firm. Okay, and stock is something it's different from it's very different from shares. You are not buying the shares, but you are buying assets or something of the company.
not correct.
Not correct.
Sir,
Yes,
sir,
tell me. Yes,
sir,
please.
I think sir, stock represents a holder's part of ownership. Mane sir, stock represents the holder's part ownership, and share sir is a single unit of ownership in a company, sir.
It means the same thing anyway. Share in India. We use the term share in India, stock in US. But it's same thing. We use the term stock in USA, we use the term share in India. That's all. Very careful about the distinction, subtle distinction. You should be aware of this nuance. You should know to how to discern the term stock and how to discern the term share. Now, equity share, what can I say? It gives ownership to shareholder. The shareholder will have a voting right. Basically, equity share, it's a kind of ownership given to the shareholder, and the shareholder will have a voting right. And if you hold more than 51% equity share, you will become the owner of that company. You can control the management of that company. Okay. Now, say benefit of equity share. Number one, shareholders will get dividend. So equity shareholder will get dividend after payment of tax, interest and accumulated depreciation and dividend to preference shareholder. The equity shareholder will get a dividend. And number two, it is optional. If the company feels that they will give dividend to equity shareholder, only then the equity shareholder can get the dividend. Means they are at the mercy of the company. If the company decide not to give the shareholder dividend, then they can stop the payment of dividend. So the criteria is that only if there is a profit and if accumulated loss, depreciation and preference dividend has been paid, interest has been paid, then dividend will be paid to equity shareholder. Then number three benefit is appreciation in market price. Now, equity shareholders they are traded in stock exchange like Sensex and Nifty, and depending on their demand and supply, their market price vary daily. Because you are aware that the stock exchange opens at 9:15 and closes at 3:30. So within this duration, the price of the equity share fluctuate. Actually, it's a what can I say? If we want to understand this, it's a critical subject. So for the time being, you understand depending on the demand and supply, the price of the equity share varies. So if you purchase the equity share at rupees 100, and depending on the demand you can sell it at 500, so the net gain is 400. So if you hold the equity share you can have this benefit. This is all about equity share. Any question, any doubt, feel free to ask me. Any question, any doubt, tell me.
It's clear, sir. It's clear.
Sir, today, sir, can we show a PPT?
Actually I will discuss later on. Let me finish my subject. Okay, so the takeaway from this class is that we have learned the definition of financial management, objectives of financial management, and basically we have also learned the function of finance manager in a vivid manner, and also we have learned this equity share capital. In my next class I will discuss preference share capital and debenture, and regarding that internship I will discuss later on. You call me after some time, not to be discussed on class platform. And basically I will teach you like a management student, means how a management student should, what can I say, absorb the market information. We'll discuss in that way, because apart from clearing your concept, it will help you to understand the market. So that's all for today. Thanks for attending my class. Have a nice day.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, we want to show you some PPT, sir. We are
Okay.
making it.
Okay. I will have a discussion later on, maybe in the next week. Okay. That's all. Okay. Okay. Thanks for attending my class.
Okay.